Alright, so here we are, we're trying out my new profile, just finished up a lot of it. So it's basically a cold dark cockpit. This is what the panel will look like. This will sit just where a normal panel is, but this is just for testing. So you can see I've set up some tabs here. They start like this. I can't figure out how to get rid of all this stuff to make it just stay like that, but you can clear them all by doing this. I've got a cache tab for alerting systems. This will be all your warnings will pop up. So you start off, let's turn the batteries on. Set the parking brake. I've set hotspots on the RPM gauge here. So the top part is the JFS start, and then the bottom part's the idle cutoff. So we'll go ahead and give the engine a start. You can see the JFS labels on. Some of the warnings have popped up here. Pop the throttle up a little bit. Hit the idle detent. There we go. Starting to spool up. Slow process. There we go. Everything's starting to pop up. Let's shut our canopy. You can see here the canopy will be coming down. Alright, so we'll get rid of this really fast. That's where we start going through our menus. Avionics, we're going to turn everything on here. You can see the HUD will start coming up. Make our different adjustments to it. We can turn our RF on and off right here as well. We got our flare power, our jammers, RWR, ECM. You saw that pop up. We can turn our RWR on right here. There's a fuel. Obviously I gotta change that right there. Just double check these are. You can do a test right here and this works. Yeah, let's make sure. Let's see if these lights work. I haven't even tested this. Yep, looks like they work. You know, all this stuff right up here, we can do the flight control bit. It says bit in progress. If it fails, it'll pop up here. You can see the flight control start to move. Eventually I'd like to get it to where it has something that displays the actual positions or that they're moving. Alright. So we'll let that keep going. You got your test here, but this tends to mess stuff up. I can't figure out what I'm doing, but maybe I get the fire button to go. Yeah, I've got it to where it has a fire indication here when it pops up, and then EPU on here. Yeah, it popped up really fast, but you saw right there. I'm not sure what's going on with that. So I guess normally just keep the CAS on like this. It's arm the seat. Just caution. There's still some bugs with it. As you can see, it's pretty cool. I've got little hotspots for each of the MFD things, so eventually if I get a touch screen, this will all work, but a mouse works fine for right now. So you can see how this stuff works. Same thing down here with the RWR. This stuff should work. I haven't tested it in a while, but see, yep. So that stuff does work. I've got some other stuff here, manual pitch override, trim disconnect, train following advance, and then trim indications. So you can just see kind of a little generic tour. Autopilot controls are up here. I've got a center pedestal display there. Obviously this is all just kind of a rough making, but let's see if I can turn this sucker on. Should have had this on first, but there we go. So that's all going to sit underneath. Let's see if this autopilot stuff works. The heading should move when I do this. Well, obviously there's some bugs, but you get the general idea. This might make it better. Oh well. But as you can see, that's kind of a basic startup of my new setup here. Got my nice Cougar